Tara Reid, she was like the hot thing back in the 90s. Hello, survivors, and welcome back to another episode of Will You Survive?
The podcast.
I am Alex.
And I'm Erik.
And today we're talking about Zombies, the Beginning.
If you want to talk about bad movies, you bring up Zombievers, but I'm not going to lie, dude, Zombievers is a fucking Tarantino film next to this.
How dare you?
Oh, you loved this movie?
How dare you? This movie was epic. Absolutely epic.
That's the word we're going to use.
This belonged on every single screen in the United States. Oh, wait a minute. It did. It was just named Aliens.
Oh, yeah, it was. You're right.
That was the big difference here. Now,
yeah, you're right. You know, it's weird that they got the name wrong on this one.
Zombies.
You think they would double check something
beginning.
like that?
You would think so. I am absolutely flabbergasted.
So to give some context, this movie, quite literally, almost a spitting image of Aliens, the movie, except zombies.
And no A-list actors, no A-list acting.
Absolutely. No, definitely not. What would be the lowest, like there's A-tier acting, what would be the lowest that we could say here that wouldn't just be mean?
We have to use academic grading and say F.
Minus?
Is there such a thing?
I don't know. There needs to be.
I mean, they don't get a 0, all right? I'm not going to give them a 0 because there's a couple of things that were just comical. It wasn't meant to be comical, but it was comical. So I'm not going to give them a 0. You know, you ever remember in class when you would take a test and you would accidentally fail correctly? Like, you know, mission failed successfully.
Wrong formula, right answer.
Yeah, something stupid like that where it's like, I don't even know how you got the right answer with all of the work you showed.
You leave the teacher baffled. Like, none of it.
I'm going to give you a half a
sense.
point just because you did that.
No, honestly, well, in that case, I think they deserve the full point. Not this movie. Not this movie. So I don't know if you noticed this. I don't think this movie was filmed in English.
You're right.
I think it was dubbed.
It is.
And the voice acting was atrocious.
It was, let me look for the right one because it was originally, God, I don't know the language. This is why I'm having a hard time finding it. But on IMDb, it was like La Création. I don't even know how to say it correctly. Creazione. I don't even know.
No idea.
But zombie, Zombi.
These were not voodoo zombies, though.
What? I don't know. They didn't go into any kind of detail on what brought them back to life because
what brought the aliens there?
Well, not aliens.
No, in Aliens, what brought the aliens there?
Oh, it was the corporation sent out Ripley and her crew to go investigate LB-426.
That was in space, right?
That was in space.
Okay.
It was deep space. So they go into cryo sleep. They get all the way out there.
Wow,
they explore
funny.
this land or this colony.
They literally just said, well, if we put them in a submarine, that's different than a ship. That's not the same.
It was so comical because they found her drifting on a life raft, right? They bring her in and then she's having these horrible nightmares. She thinks that she turns into a zombie and kills the nurse that's taking care of her. And just a quick, I'm just gonna read this to you. An evil corporation sends a team of Marines led by the sole survivor of a previous attack on a rescue mission to a remote Pacific island following a zombie outbreak that stemmed from nefarious scientific experiments. So, I mean, not voodoo,
Nazis.
but that's a good guess. But it was so hilarious. Anybody who's watched Aliens, and I'm assuming all of our audience better have watched that one. Instant classic. You had Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn, Bill Paxton. I always forget that creepy guy's name who played the droid, but he played Bishop. He's in a lot of stuff, but it started the exact same way. She was in a life raft in space. This one, Zombies the Beginning. Let me just find her name so I can say the difference between Ripley and her. It was Sharon.
Wasn't it Yvette Izan or something?
Yeah, that was her real name, but the character was Sharon, was what they kept calling her. And so Sharon was on a life raft in the ocean. Ripley was on a life raft in space. The corporation brings her in. They rescue her. Great. She's having nightmares. She has to debrief the board. And this is both. I'm talking both.
He's not even joking. When he was telling me about this movie last night, he came in, he switched our movies.
I did.
He came in last night and was like, we gotta fucking do this movie. This movie's so bad. And I'm not gonna lie, when you said it, I was super upset because I'm like, not another one.
And
you were telling me all the similarities, and I'm like, you gotta be like over exaggerating it. Like, it's close, but it's not. He's not kidding. It is exact. It is literally just, well, not space. It's the ocean.
It's the ocean.
Duh.
And it's an island. It's not a colony in outer space.
Oh my god. And it's not aliens, it's zombies.
So she debriefs the board, and when the board tells her, "That's enough, Sharon," or "That's enough, Ripley," she goes, "God damn it, you don't understand. This, if one of those things makes it back, it will be it. That will be all." And I was like, my God, this is the same damn movie. And then even when she talked to the corporation guy and said, "You're going to go there and exterminate them, right? You're not going to bring them back. You're not going to test on them." I got such a kick. Hold on. So the reason why I changed this up, and I am not talking shit to whoever this was. I'm looking for the one who told me to watch it.
I am.
I'm not. I think somebody straight up trolled me, and it turned into like one of the funniest things I have ever watched. I can't believe that they haven't been sued. They can't be from the United States.
There's absolutely no way. But I'm surprised that it's able to be aired in the United States. Or it's on Prime for free.
It's on Prime.
US Prime. So that is crazy to me.
Like I said, somebody recommended it. I'm looking for who recommended it, because you are getting credit for this. You deserve the credit, because I would never have watched this. This was based on one of our posts that I did on Facebook, and it was I had asked, which movie should we do next, and this was, of course, one of the options. And it was absolutely comical that's what I was told was, watch this one. Now, someone else, actually a couple of other people have said to watch the one I told you about, Day Zero, which I think we're going to do at some point.
Okay.
But this just killed me. And I wish I could find you quicker, because like I said, you deserve all of the credit. I laughed all the way through this.
I was confused all the way through it.
Because
I've seen Aliens, but I feel like this movie didn't make sense.
Okay. You're right. You're absolutely right. So it was, the username was Sue Down, Horror Express group in Facebook. You get all the credit for this one, because that's hilarious. I think you were trolling me, but it was so worth it, because believe it or not, I actually love B movies. I do.
This was not a B movie.
This is
no. That's what I'm saying. What grade is mean versus honest?
Okay, so I don't know how much of the show Friends you remember.
I remember a good chunk.
So there was the episode where Monica was giving Chandler a massage, and she was really bad at it, but he was too afraid to tell her she was really bad at it. And when he finally got the courage to tell her, he, first started going in the wrong direction. He was like, "You give the worst massages." And she starts crying, and he goes, No. You don't understand. Like, you give the absolute worst massages. And she's like, "I'm crying here." He goes, "Wait, okay. If someone were to ask, where could I go to get the worst massage? They'd have to go to you."
That's this movie. Yeah.
That's this movie.
Yeah.
That experience right there. What is the worst zombie movie you could ever watch?
That would be a funny tier list for us. Or not necessarily a tier list. Actually, you know what would be interesting? If
we came up with that?
Well, we've already done over 20 movies.
Yep.
So what if every time we did like 20 movies, we do a tier list for those 20 movies?
Ooh.
So we kind of recap the movies that we've done.
Okay.
And where we would place them from an S tier to an F tier. This movie gets its own category of what?
Okay, so I got a comment. Somebody commented, very honest. They were not mean to us in any way, shape, or form, but they were like very hard on The Dead Don't Die. People say that you have to understand Jim Jarmusch's humor, and I just don't get it. And I got a kick out of it.
He's
right?
an indie film.
Very much
director.
so. This was his. The Dead Don't Die was his largest release.
Yeah.
It's 600 theaters.
And I think that mostly had to. Well, Bill Murray's in a lot of his
I
movies.
think. I mean,
but I think the
lot of the
combination
characters.
of Bill Murray. Well, it was a star-studded cast.
even
so I
the
think-
even the cameos.
Yeah.
I mean, Iggy Pop was one of the zombies. What was he doing in there? But a lot of the characters were just. It was. I mean, of course, Selena Gomez was in it. I mean, not a big role in any way, shape, or
No,
form.
but she's a big enough name that if she's in something, people are gonna
Like
know.
what and why? Why would you choose to do such a role in such a movie? But it was so cleverly done to me. My perspective of that movie, I never once took it seriously, right? And this movie, by contrast, I watched The Dead Don't Die and said, this is just really ripping on every single zombie trope and every cliche that has ever been made. It gives throwbacks, it gives proper throwbacks to George Romero and other movies, Shaun of the Dead.
It throws
And
shade at modern culture.
it does a lot. And
Which I think that has to do a little bit with why people are kind of turned off by it.
I get it. I get that.
I think it's too real, maybe.
I think it also throws a lot of implication at political diatribe, which doesn't matter what side you're on. You have to understand that there's a lot of talk and it's all noise right now. Nobody is willing to have a conversation. Is climate change an existential threat? I just did air quotes. And if it is an existential threat, how is fixing it or how is paying taxes to governments the way to fix it? When we all know government breaks everything. They don't
What?
ever fix anything.
Are you kidding me?
Would you just look at zombies the beginning?
What?
Oh, wait, that was a
That
corporation.
was a corporate. Well, that's basically America.
Basically a government.
That's basically America's government. I heard somebody recently talking about capitalism, shitting on capitalism, and saying, like, how does capitalism not lead to an oligarchy situation? And I was like, easy. By not allowing legislators to be bought by companies. That should be illegal,
Yep.
and it's not.
Yep.
That's the whole reason capitalism is having some troubles right now.
Yep.
It's because we allow them to, well, we really, I guess we do kind of allow them, but they write their own rules.
Well, and the reason why I put the blame on we the
'Cause we
people
vote them.
is because we vote them without understanding their policies.
Mm-hmm.
People, too many people. I've gotten caught in that. I really, really, really try hard not to get caught up in team politics. You know, we've talked about that before.
Left wing, right wing, same bird.
Right. Right aisle, left aisle, facing the same direction. You're going to the same place. And we, the people, will easily be left out. That's what's happening. And stop looking at this as, no, you're the enemy because you vote this way and I vote that way. And that's the problem. No, it's not.
The problem is that you think that's the problem.
That's right. When we allow the conversation to break down, I really like when somebody said, when we allow conversation to stop, that's when violence begins. And we have to be able to talk to each other. We have to be able to understand you can vote for a Republican candidate that's a populist and blah, 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 not because you would ever want to hang out with that person in your private life, but because you believe in the policies that they are espousing. And vice versa. You can vote for a Democrat person because you believe that their policies suit you the best.
Yeah, it comes down to, it's just voting the best candidate.
And it should be.
It's why I think a lot of modern day, like, hiring quotas and stuff is so stupid.
I agree.
It's because equality would be who's the best person for the job, no matter what.
Well, that's where we get into, and we don't want to go too far into politics here, but it's equality of outcome versus equality of opportunity. And
Which America always promised equality of opportunity.
That's
not
right.
of outcome.
If you want equality of outcome, it's going to be at the barrel of a gun and not on the friendly side of the barrel. You are not going to be standing. You and I, all of us, the people, we're not going to be on the fun side of that barrel. and I don't mean to say that, to
Not that there really is a fun side.
disparage human life, but you don't get to make the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
We're not the ones who will ever make those decisions. Right now, as the people of this country, we do get to make those decisions. I just wish we could all remember that the people we send to Washington, or in our case, Sacramento as well, the people we send there are representatives. They're not leaders. I can't stand that the media loves to say leaders. They're not our
public
leaders.
servants. What leader is a servant?
We are the leaders. They are supposed to represent us. Don't squander your power.
Yeah. I mean, you just said it. And a lot of people just don't realize that.
Right.
It takes a leader to round so many different personalities up for a common cause, which is why someone like, we were actually talking about Martin Luther King recently. That's why someone like him is so known and talked about. I mean, it hasn't been that long since he did what he did, but he's known and he's talked about for what he did, because it was incredible what he did, that he got that many people to fight for a common goal.
They're 60 years ago.
Yeah. But I mean, I was thinking compared to just human history in general, that's not
definitely
super long.
Definitely.
If you're going to talk about figures who are known, I mean, Jesus is known for how many years, how many thousands of years. So if we're looking at human history, it's pretty recent, but that guy, that's a leader who was able to get so many people together to fight for a common goal. And that's so hard, especially. I do want to move away from this so that we don't go too deep into it, but especially with the media dividing everybody the way that they are, so many divisions. It's not even just Republican and Democrat. There's so many more divisions within that to just keep everyone so divided that you look at your neighbor and you hate them and you don't even know them.
Right. Which I could go on a tangent here. So we'll go a little more back to our Will You Survive campaign here. Is conspiracy theory on Martin Luther King Jr. is, quote unquote, they had him killed. Not a lot of people disagree with me.
I don't even honestly know how Martin Luther King died.
He was assassinated.
Okay.
And it was, I mean, dude. But he's a great point. He's a great example.
Do you believe they had JFK killed as well?
Oh, dude, yeah.
I mean, look at what he was trying to do right before it happened.
Yeah.
He was trying to kill the banks. Who do you think would want that the least?
Andrew Jackson.
The people with all the fucking money.
Andrew Jackson was quoted as saying on his deathbed, when they asked him his biographer asked him, what was your greatest accomplishment? He said, I killed the bank. He faced 2 assassination attempts. One of the strangest things was the person who tried to assassinate him, his guns misfired twice. He had 2 guns. They both misfired. And
did he beat the shit out of him?
I think he did. I don't know the extent, but he was arrested.
I feel like I've heard a story of that where, man, I could have just heard this off of some super unreliable source.
They make all kinds of stories about it, but the relevant part was that he was arrested. And now here's the trippy part that you can go and look it up for yourself. All of our listeners, this was just fascinating to me. He straight out said publicly, my masters in Europe won't allow anything to happen to me. He was found, I believe this was the first documented case of not guilty by reason of mental defect. And he was shipped back to England or Europe.
Of course he was.
But hey, look, I am all about conspiracy theories. And I say, wherever it leads you, enjoy.
I like conspiracy theories. I don't put any actual, not hope, but I don't put any actual value into them.
As they say, stock.
Stock, that's what it is. But they're fun.
They are.
And it's interesting to think, that's not super unlikely.
Media-wise, what I would say about that is realize and remember every time you hear the media speak that there is a difference between conspiracy and conspiracy theory. When they keep using the word conspiracy alone, please understand that is an actual legal term that just simply means 2 or more people. That's it.
Yeah, the theory part is what makes it
That's
an out there idea.
Yep. Which even the term conspiracy theory came from the KGB. So, I mean, our media is using a lot of communist tactics. Huh?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The KGB.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not close enough to slap you. But
I don't think you said it right.
Did I fuck it up?
I think so. It was supposed to be knock, knock. and you slap him and say, "We will ask the questions here."
Oh, I couldn't set it up. We don't have a third person to be Michael Scott in this situation.
Yeah. I forgot that's where it came from. Another example of me loving clips of that show and never being able to sit through a single episode.
They're here.
Who?
The zombies.
I thought the gate would stop them.
They knocked it down instantly.
How much time do we have?
They're already here.
We should have bought that beautiful Los Angeles dream house in that safe neighborhood that Corinne showed us.
I know, it was so much more defensible, and Corinne would have had us moved in before the apocalypse.
Do you think it's too late to call her now?
I'll try. No! We should have called Corinne sooner!
Don't wait until it's too late. Call Corinne Salas today at 714-510-6443 and buy your Los Angeles dream house now. That's 714-510-6443. You can also find her on Instagram at Next Home by Corinne or visit her website at corinnesalas.nexthomegrandview.com. That's CORINNESALAS.nexthomegrandview.com. So getting back to propaganda, I guess we watched Cube and we thought same kind of thing, right? There has to be something bigger involved. There has to be some government involvement when you're talking about an island like this.
With cages, and they're in the cages, there's definitely...
I mean, you could say
involved.
it's corporate. Well, no, it is corporation. It was scientific experiments. We know that.
Oh, but you think government's involved?
It has to. How can there not be government involvement when you have an island, right? There's only so long that you're going to go without people finding you.
I mean, don't you think a corporation with enough money, the government would just be like, yeah, you do you.
Okay, that's government involvement.
I suppose so. I guess that's omission, I guess, or just blind eye.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's action via inaction.
Yeah, okay,
right?
I got you. Yeah, I'm following.
I know you're doing something. I'm just going to pretend I don't know what
just
you're doing.
I don't want to know what you're doing.
And somehow nobody goes and invades this island. Nobody goes and takes it over. And like, hey, there's this uncharted island and it's right next to the coast of blank country. And we're not going to go do anything about it. We're going to let this corporation just run scientific experiments on it.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder, like, I would assume the corporation lied. I assume the corporation was like, yeah, we're going to run these really risky ass experiments and kind of just see what the fuck happens. You know, who knows? I'm sure they were like, oh, we're making soda and the island has this mineral that we need for our machines. It's just convenient.
Huh.
And if you pay enough, I'm sure government would be like, yeah, sure.
Well,
I'm sure they weren't saying like, hey, we're doing this really creepy shit on this
No,
island. Don't look.
I like that. I like that because I think you have something. Even if you and I, right, you're a corporation, I'm a member, high-ranking member in government, you come to me and you say, yeah, we're going to be doing stuff. You don't want to know. Because if you get questioned, you're going to be able to say, I only know what's in front of me. I'm going to write you a draft. I'm going to write you a release. This is what we're doing. But just know, we're doing stuff.
You think
Stay
they would
away.
even tell them that? Oh, well,
I definitely
yeah,
think
like,
so. When they're greasing
don't
each
fucking
other's
come
wheels,
near.
when I'm greasing your
Stay
wheels,
away.
or vice versa, if you're the corporation and you come to me and you give me money and say, hey, this is for all of the things that you've helped me with. I just wanted to give you this draft release for what we're going to be doing on the island there. Wink, wink. So one of the things I wish I went back. Where did I find that? There was a synopsis that called these Marines an elite group of Marines.
They didn't move like it.
Dude, when they started just shooting everywhere in the hallway, when they had where are you shooting? Are these things up above? Like in Aliens, that made sense. It was like they took that script
Yeah.
and said, this is what you're doing. And they shot exactly like
Yeah.
the guys in Aliens did because they were coming
Yep.
from above and
Yep.
below and the sides.
But there's no fucking aliens in this movie. They're all zombies who are on the ground.
And they're walking right at you. And I'm like, oh my God, this was too funny. This brings me to something, it's zombie related, but not related to this movie. Well, it could be. You know, I'm always critical of the TV shows, the movies. I guess I would specifically say The Walking Dead gave me the best example of this. When zombies were able to walk up on people and they wouldn't hear them. And us as the viewers are like, what the fuck? How do you not hear? They're moaning, they're shambling, they're grumbling, and they get at you without you ever hearing about it. Well,
I mean, I could see it.
I heard somebody told me a really wonderful explanation for this, because in every single one of these shows, when this happens, it's always right after a gnarly firefight. And if we were shooting
Can't hear
guns,
shit.
you can't hear
Oh
anything.
my God. They don't have earplugs or anything. Their ears are shot.
I'm like, these guys should have earplugs, but they're elite group of Marines.
Well, also, if you're elite, your senses should be fucking top notch.
I mean,
You should be used to this. Like,
you still have to wear earplugs. You can't. You
well,
can't.
no,
shoot
no,
guns
but that's
next
what
to
I'm
your
saying.
head.
Like, you should. They should be experienced.
Completely
this
ready,
shouldn't be
yeah.
a problem at
Right,
all.
right.
And letting them sneak up on you like that. But I think there's something to be said. These ones were loud, but I think we've said a real zombie wouldn't be able to make noise.
The Night Eats the World.
Yeah, the night eats the world. The night eats the living.
Now I don't even remember what the
Yeah,
real title
I-
is. You've messed me up on that. I think it's The Night Eats the World. It is. Because you said it should be The Night Eats the Living, because why are the French so egotistical
Oh
to call
yeah, to think
themselves
they're the whole
world?
I still stand by that. I have good beliefs. Okay, speaking of France, random little side note. You know how the rest of the world loves to hate America? We're like everybody's favorite punching bag. I'm looking at a post on Instagram, and it's a map of Europe. It really zoomed in on like the Spain, France area. And there's this country to the left of France it's blacked out. It was like Americans name this country. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I could have sworn France was on the coast. What? I'm going through every European country in my mind, and I'm like, I don't know them all, but I know a good chunk of them. I'm like, I swear there's no country. There's not a country there. Like, I'm so stupid. Maybe they're right. Americans are dumb. We don't know geography. I'm like, well, fuck it. So I pull up Google Maps. There's no fucking country there. It's ocean there. They fucking drew in a country, and I'm like, man, I spent a good 5 minutes thinking I was just really dumb.
I had a little interaction with somebody who told me that, I bet you can't name, what did he say? I bet you can't name any country that's not in NATO or the EU. And I was like, well, I mean, Russia, China.
Oh, I suppose so. I
Taiwan,
forgot they're not
Thailand.
in those. Yeah.
Like, no, they're
All the
not.
communist countries.
They're not. Like, Cuba. Like, yeah, none of them are going to be a part of NATO or the EU. They're not in Europe. And it was just so funny, because I think it is really true, right? We need to abolish the Department of Education, because
Oh, they're doing an abysmal job.
it's the Department of Indoctrination. It's not education. Nobody knows. Reading, writing, and arithmetic are down the drain, and it's all because they think it's racist to teach kids 2 + 2. It's absurd, the kind of things that we're actually talking about.
You know they don't teach cursive anymore?
I heard.
You know why cursive is important?
Yeah, the Constitution was
Our
written in,
fucking Constitution is
and the Declaration of
When
Independence.
people say like, why the fuck do I need to know cursive? No one writes like that anymore. It's not for people who write like that.
One of the funniest things was write in cursive and drive a manual transmission. That's all the security you need. You don't need to encrypt your messages anymore. And you don't need to put a club or a car alarm on your car, because kids today can't drive a stick shift and they can't read cursive.
Okay, I won't lie. I want to know how to drive a stick shift, because I think that's important for a zombie apocalypse. If the only car you can get your hand on is a manual, you'd be fucked if you didn't know how to do it. However, when people argue tooth and nail about their manual cars, I'm like, unless you're a fucking NASCAR or F1 racer, I don't give a shit. You're dumb. Well, I'm strong. I'm taking a strong stance here. This is a hill I will die on. You are not going to tell me that my automatic car is worse than your manual car.
Gas mileage.
Okay, but hills.
Oh, I can drive hills, no problem.
What if you have to come to a stoplight at a hill?
No problem.
You're going to roll back.
No. I've done it. You don't roll back. You have a brake.
Well, I'm aware of that.
I was proficient enough in all of my stick shifts that and this is not good to do. I don't recommend people do it, because you will burn out your clutch. I've burned out many clutches on my first car. I did it because I was racing, and only recently
Well, I was gonna
did
say,
I
if you're
find out
racing, manual makes sense.
my dad knew that I
Well,
was
yeah, you
racing
don't
the
burn
fucking
out your
car.
clutch all the time
Well,
for no reason.
My brother was in auto shop. This was in high school. My brother was in auto shop, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I burned out my clutch. Like, can you help me out?" And he goes, "Yeah, buy the clutch." And so I told him. He was like, "Dude, you're just gonna keep burning them out." Like the second time. No, the third time. So I burnt it out twice. The third clutch, he goes, "Buy this one." He showed me which one to buy, and it was a 10,000-pound clutch. Then I started breaking motor mounts.
And I had a different problem.
But
That's
it was, I mean, even on hills, you know, I mastered the ability that I never even needed to use the brake. I would sit there and hold myself on the hill with just the clutch and the gas.
See, I don't know if I don't think most people can do that because I've watched people in an automatic roll back, and I've been hit by somebody who rolled back in an automatic.
I was hit by somebody who rolled back in a manual, and like that, it was comical. It was really comical because it was this goofy little Mitsubishi Mighty Max, but we put a huge, like a big giant cow pushing bumper on it, and it was attached to the frame. And so
Is it like one of those, the mail trucks that have the big, like,
Bigger.
bumper car bumper on the front?
bigger
Bigger than that?
big round bars.
What were you trying
in
to
the
do?
front.
Bounce zombies off your hood?
I had no idea why we did that, but then as soon as it was on, I was like, I don't want to take that off. Because it was temporary because it didn't have like a bumper cover. It was just the OG metal bumper. So I put this one on and we got the bumper cover, and I'm looking at it. I go, I don't want to take that off. I was so happy I didn't, because one car rolled into me. Nothing happened to my car, and they only rolled into me, and the back of their car was like crumpled in.
Yeah.
And
So
it was
crumple
only lucky
zones.
because I had 4 people who were following. I had 2 people behind and 2 people on the side that witnessed it, because that person tried
Yeah.
to say that I rear-ended them.
Isn't that some bullshit?
Right?
Oh my god! Dash cams. Do you have a dash cam?
I don't. I need
We
one.
need to get dash cams.
Yeah.
Because especially where we live. Oh my! If a BMW hits me, I need to prove that the BMW hit me.
Yeah. But the other thing, I got rear-ended one time in that truck. And usually the crumple of the back of a pickup truck, it will just fold the bed, right?
Mhm.
But they hit that bumper, which it was attached to the frame, and all they did was push me forward.
Just
And
bumper car.
Their car was demolished.
Yeah, because cars, their crumple zones are in the front and the back.
I did get pretty. I mean, I wasn't injured, but I did feel that one because
whiplash?
it just bounced my car out and my brain hurt.
Oh.
Like I
Your head slammed in the back.
probably should have gone to the doctor, right? But I was 20 and I was 18 and I was invincible.
I'm gonna
So
walk off a sensation.
I went home and and I went to sleep. I went
Wow,
home and
your poor brain.
all I did was go home and fell asleep. I had a horrible headache.
Yeah, I bet you had a concussion.
I don't know. I mean, I might have bruised my brain. I got hit so hard, man. My brain might have bounced to the back of my
rattled
head.
around.
But my truck was fine, and so I incorrectly
So you're like, I must be fine.
I mean, there's no damage to my car, and that was like the bad.
But you
thing.
should have looked at their car.
I did. And I was like, God damn, that bumper came in clutch. And their insurance adjuster looked at my car first and was like, oh yeah, there's no damage. I mean, and then they went and looked at theirs and was like, oh my God. Like their
It
car was
lied.
not running. It was
Yeah, because the engine was inside the car. Was inside the middle of the car.
radiator was in the second cylinder of that car, of that engine block.
Like,
It
that's
was
what happened to my
nuts.
Ford when I T-boned that one guy. He had like a little dent in the side because the side of a car is not a crumple zone.
Strong.
The front is though. So I hit this guy. I was going 20 and I clipped this guy in the side. My whole fucking front just caved in.
You know, I got really lucky one time. This was an absurd, I don't know why this person did it. This was just God's grace. I T-boned somebody. I ran a stop sign. I was completely at fault. I had no argument. I was lost, and I was supposed to make a left hand. It was supposed to be a right hand veer, like just veer off to the right. And I was in one lane too far to the left. And I was like, oh no. And I'm looking at where I'm supposed to go instead of looking at where I'm going.
Yeah.
And I ran a stop sign, and this 4Runner, I'm in a Mazda 626, and this 4Runner pulls in front of me, and I hit it so hard. I mean, I launched that 4Runner. It slid across like 3 lanes and was pushed up against the curb on the other side of the street. I hit it hard. I was like, oh man, everybody's okay. Everybody gets out. We're all talking. They're like, oh, are you okay? I was like, I'm okay. Oh, we're good. Go deal with the insurance. The insurance comes and looks at my car, and he says, that doesn't look like you rear-ended the 4Runner, the other person's car. I said, I didn't rear-end them. I hit them on the driver's side. And he goes, that's interesting. He goes, all right, make a note. And
Did they say you rear-ended them?
I figured that out when the other party's insurance comes and looks at my car and says, oh yeah, there's no way you rear-ended them.
Yeah. So they were trying to claim neck injury or whatever.
Yeah. And so
Oh,
then,
my God.
then my insurance company calls me. I only had liability insurance, right? My insurance company calls me and says, yeah, we made a deal with them because there was something wrong. They didn't say
fucking lied.
fraud. They didn't use the word
Oh,
fraud.
because then it would be a problem.
But they said there was something wrong with their report, and you guys didn't get a police report. So we are just going to call this a comparative fault,
It's a
50-50. So their insurance is going to take care of their car. You don't have comp or collision, so we're not involved. You're going to have to fix your own car. Fine by me. Said, but it's
Could have been
not
way worse, yeah.
it's not a point on your record. This is not an injury accident. There's nothing else going to come of this.
Wow.
I was like, dude,
Good thing they lied.
I have no my insurance adjuster
Why
was
would they
so
lie?
cool.
Like,
I think
they
they were
just wanted
going for
more money.
injury because
Yeah,
soft tissue damage.
They just wanted a bunch of money, and they could have instead fucking. They could have gotten their car fixed and some.
And after years later, I worked for a personal injury firm, and that was one of the things I noticed is you don't get the soft tissue damage claims from that side impact. When you go to the side like that, it's usually contusions. It's not soft tissue damage, and that's where a lot of the lawyers and chiropractors make their money is that whiplash. That backward thrust, that messes up all of that soft tissue in your neck. And it's legit. I mean, I've been in enough accidents to know that stuff messes you up, and it takes a while to fix it. When I got into my last accident where I got cut off and I hit the car in front of me, so it was also called comparative fault. My fingers on my right hand went numb, and I had to go to the chiropractor, and he was like, oh, yeah, you got
Some nerve
you got
damage.
some good, what did they call it? Not a bulging disc, but he had said
Herniated disc?
not quite. Like that's worse. Like
Okay.
imagine a pinched nerve, And so
Okay,
he was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna have to work on that one.
It was just out of place.
Very first time he hit it, like he was
Hurt?
like, I got to go deep on your low C spine, so it's gonna be C8. It's like, okay. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna feel that one, and he did, and I felt it. When he cracked that vertebrae, it went all the way down my hand, and it hurt so bad
Just
at
that
first.
shock.
Yeah, that shocking feeling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
I can
my
imagine
God.
that.
And he goes, you're going to want to take some Advil. And he was right. It was sore. It hurt. It like reinvigorated the injury. And after a while, like that went away. And then about 2 weeks later, I started feeling it again. I had to go back to him. Like I was going back every week, but I had to go back to him and tell him like, hey, I'm feeling it again. Can you like go in there again? He goes, oh yeah, no problem. So he gets it. I felt it again. And every time after that, he kept going, as he would say, going deep on my C-spine, and he would get it over and over again. And I kept feeling it, but less and less and less. And then all of a sudden I was like, hey, it's not numb anymore. He was like, yeah, there you go. And so it does work. Chiropractic does work. It has some positives to it. I know
I like
that
the chiropractic.
lawyers make it out to be a scam, and I don't like the way they use them.
Well,
but
okay. It's a scam in the sense that they'll say you should come like twice a week or you should come
3 times a week.
Yeah, 3 times a week. That's bullshit. If you're like construction or something, maybe, yeah, once a week, maybe something like that. But if you don't really do a lot of strenuous activity all the time, maybe like once a month is the most you need. But
Well-
they'll try to get you to sign up for these plans where you go like 3 times a week, and that's just a huge waste of money.
Here's where I'll interject a little bit. When I agree with everything you just said, when you introduce soft tissue damage, I can understand even 3 times a week.
Yes.
for a little bit.
For physical therapy
These
reasons,
lawyers-
yes, I could see.
These lawyers, and in many cases, it's not even lawyers, it's paralegals. Okay. And they make these deals with the chiropractors and they send the patients to their chiropractors. Everybody knows this goes on. And when they send them to the chiropractor will keep treating them as long as you let it go. You get reports from the chiropractor and it's like, how are they doing? What are they saying, right? What does the patient say? Oh, they say they're still hurting. Okay, keep treating them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's at a
Racking up that bill.
it's at a point where, and it usually is the other party's insurance that will call and say, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to keep paying. And they don't, it's not like they pay every week or anything like that. They only do one settlement, but it's like when they
you're not
know
gonna
that
keep adding to this.
the accident
for
was
nothing.
3 months ago and my insured ran into your client's car going 5 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not this much damage. And
You're not going to try and swindle me out of that much.
and then guess what happens right after you get that call?
Okay, fine, we'll settle.
The patient's out of treatment. It's they're miraculously healed.
That's crazy.
Woo!
This chiropractor's so good.
They're so good.
They couldn't do it for 3 months, but they got it this time.
The money was gonna run out and they fixed it. I mean, it was a miracle.
I will say I loved the chiropractor that I went to. Which I the only reason I stopped going is because it got too expensive at the
Right.
time. I could probably afford it now, but now that I know, like, you don't need to go. I don't do anything that requires me to go once a week, except the only thing that may justify it is my horrible sitting posture,
Oh,
as
yeah.
you can see
Yeah.
right here. My nice 45-degree angle spine.
I will tell you what.
It's not great.
I'm gonna tell you this. This fucked up chair you always have me sit in.
He's fucking up your. Oh, it's got your spine straight.
Badass. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that. That's one good thing I've got going for me in this. I have never sat this straight in a chair for this long
That chair has you sitting like you're like falling forward.
forward.
Yeah.
But I'm like, because I'm pushing myself back against it, I'm at like a 90.
Well, it is that's a lumbar support office chair. That's supposed to be like you spend 8 hours a day typing at your desk, like to help with your posture.
I could never.
No, at that point, get a fucking standing desk. Like you're gonna kill your.
Jesus.
You're gonna kill your back.
You know, even a standing desk though, I do this where I lean forward with my neck.
Well, that's
And
why
it's like,
it's
it's
your
so
monitor
bad.
position. That's why, like, my monitor's on a
Right.
stand because
Right.
if it was too low, I'd be looking down while I game
Yeah.
for hours at a time. That's gonna kill your neck.
Yep.
You want it so that my monitor's still too low. You want it so that your
Oh.
eye level is at the bottom third.
Okay.
That's where you want it to be because then anything up, you're looking up, which is better to look slightly up than to be looking slightly down.
Speaking of which, something that I think would be kind of fun to try on a podcast episode. We don't have to do this anytime soon even, but something to think about. I would really like to interact with some of your gamers on that zombie game that you have.
Project Zomboid?
So you play and I'm going to provide commentary.
Okay, well, yeah, you
And-
could. Yeah,
We're going to have to make this funny.
we could find a way to do this. I know a few people who are. I know a few people who are good at the game, and I know a few people who are just not, and I love them
That's fantastic.
for it.
That is fantastic.
They're the best for that.
So that might be something we'll have to arrange. And that's why I don't think zombies would ever be a real threat.
I agree because
Whoa, I'll get my kukuri.
Wait. I think he's saying something.
Zombies don't talk.
Just wait a sec. What was that?
You need a loan? What are you going to buy a house?
What do you need a loan for?
I think he wants to buy a home. Don't we know someone who can help him with that?
Yeah, we do. Have you heard of Corinne Salas at Next Home Grandview in Glendale, California?
She can help you get moved into your forever home now.
Your eternal resting place, if you will. Or forever home. That works. Don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime like this guy. Call Corinne today at 714-510-6443. You can also find her on Instagram at Next Home by Corinne or visit her website at corinnesalas.nexthomegrandview.com. That's CORINNESALAS.nexthomegrandview.com.
Not food. Everything about this movie was so bad, but I do not regret watching it.
See, like, here's the thing, like, I wouldn't shit on it so bad. I feel bad because I'm like, oh, what if this was someone's passion project? But no, because it's literally a spitting image of aliens. It's just a fucking copy. So I can't feel bad about it. It just sucked.
I absolutely, you are too true. You are too correct.
It sucked in a good way.
Oh my God. It felt like I said, I'm going to go back. Sue Downs, it felt like you were trolling me. But man, did I just crack up laughing. This movie was so amazingly terrible. I don't know how to give it an F. It was, if you told me.
Are you kidding me?
If you told me that this movie was the best, worst movie, you would not be wrong.
Okay, no.
It is.
Sharknado.
No, this beats it. It's a complete ripoff of another movie.
Yeah, but that's what makes
Sharknado's at least honest. It's
no,
original.
but that's what I mean. Like, I don't even consider this a movie. Like, this isn't a new movie. This isn't somebody's idea. Well, this is somebody's idea, but it's not this guy's idea. So, like, I can't even consider that a movie. I can't even consider that. That's so bad. That's just F.
It is so very bad. Like, no, but okay.
But there's
Hold
good
on.
bad movies. Like,
Hold on.
any shark movie is a good bad movie.
Yeah.
With the exception of maybe Jaws. I think Jaws was like, I don't know if you consider that a
You
bad
better
movie.
not say that's bad.
No, like, it's not a bad movie. That's a good movie. That's what I mean. Like, every other shark movie I've ever seen is a bad movie objectively,
I gotcha.
but it's incredible.
I got you.
Like The Meg.
Okay.
That's such a bad
All right,
movie,
all
but
right,
it's
all right.
so good because it's got
All
Jason
right.
Statham.
We'll say it that way. Yes. Even Jaws, right? Because it's so ridiculous.
But well, that's what I was saying. Like, Jaws was at least the first kind of a was that the first like real shark movie, or like the first horror shark movie?
I think. What did they say? It was not the first shark movie, but it was. Let me put it this way. What made it so pivotal was it had so many problems because the shark was geared for freshwater and it kept breaking down because they were actually using it in saltwater. And so it delayed. So they were supposed to release at either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and it delayed into summer. And they thought, this is going to be an epic flop because nobody's going to come and watch a movie in the summertime. Everybody's at the beach.
Everybody wants to be scared, though.
Everybody watched it.
Yeah.
It was a huge, I believe, please, I check me out on this. I believe it was the first of its kind being called a blockbuster movie.
It was, that's what I mean. Like, I think that's a little bit separate than like 47 Meters Down. I wouldn't put those in the same category.
That one, I call that one brilliantly bad.
Yeah, it's a great bad movie. It's objectively bad, but it's great. I think like Sharknado's in that same category.
I just, okay, yeah,
It's a bad movie objectively,
I would
but
say,
it's so good.
But if we were to list them, right, like you're absolutely right, because 47 Meters Down is way higher on the list than Sharknado.
Yeah, way higher. Because at least it's got good production and good actors in it. It's just kind of a...
I mean, Sharknado's got Tara Reid. Dude.
I don't know.
What?
Maybe I do, but I don't think I know.
Don't tell my wife, but she was like the hot thing back in the 90s.
Well, that makes sense why I wouldn't know that. Wait. As if she's not listening right now.
Edit this out.
Oh, yeah, you got it. I got you. I'll edit this out. I'm going to crank the volume on that one. I'll put it at the front of the episode with no context.
You're such a dick. That's awful.
It's just what's her name? Tara Reid?
Yes.
The beginning of this episode is just going to say Tara Reid. She was like the hottest thing in the 90s. Hello, survivors, and welcome.
I'm only kind of kidding. I thought she was super hot when I was younger.
I mean, yeah. I have no idea what she looks like, but I assume.
Blonde, just typical. Hate to say it that way, but typical hot
Hollywood
blonde. Yeah,
blonde girl.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so in this movie, there is no will you survive aspect to it, because no, you do not survive aliens. Nobody does.
No, I don't think you survive aliens. I think you could survive this.
Yeah, don't go.
Yeah, that's the easiest part. Don't go. Did I miss something? Why did she go back in?
She kept having nightmares.
No, not at the end.
Oh, that's exactly what I was saying.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe was that finally her way? Like she was gonna destroy the whole thing. Like, I'm gonna take you down.
Well, didn't she? She did destroy that. She burned them all. Which
The brain.
yeah, it was very it's kind of like Baldur's Gate.
Oh my god,
Baldur's
dude.
Gate 3.
The Queen in Aliens took, I think they said 14 operators to handle, and they come up with this little fucking brain. Like, how do you compare this in plagiarism, right? If we were back in college,
Budget. That's how I compare it.
no. I mean, okay, you might be right. You might be absolutely right.
They're like, let's do a giant brain. They're like, well, actually,
They had all the idea on paper.
They're like-
they couldn't afford the execution.
yeah, they're like, well, actually, all this makeup on these kids that costed a bit.
That took everything.
They're like, so what we got for this scene, if you still want fire,
Paper
is
mache.
this.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was
Please
very
go
bad.
watch it. Please go watch it.
You're advocating for this movie so much. I really don't recommend this movie.
I'm going to advocate. Please go watch it. It is hilarious.
Well, okay, it is free. So if you have Amazon Prime, if you want to watch a really bad movie, I think it is funny, and it is it'll give you a laugh.
And believe it or not, I don't know how this happened. It has 3 stars.
I'm speechless.
3 stars on Amazon. 3 out of 5. But it's so dang funny, and it's ridiculous, and the plagiarism is so unbelievably obvious. They have to be from a country that does not enforce U.S. copyright
But
law.
I'm still surprised that it's
True.
able to be viewed here.
That's true. You make it.
That's
Okay,
wild.
You've already said that. I keep forgetting that. But anyway, guys, there's not even a will you survive aspect to this movie. It's just I have to tell you to go watch it.
Will you survive? Just don't do this.
Don't go to an island full of zombies.
Really, the will you
There you
survive
go.
has nothing to do with the plot of the movie. The will you survive is will you survive this movie?
Will you survive watching this movie?
Will you get to the end of this movie?
Wait, here's a great will you survive. You have to make this a drinking game. You have to take a shot every time you recognize a line from the movie Aliens.
Oh, well,
Will you survive?
man, yeah. I think I'd be okay because I got a shit memory, but
Well, we're gonna watch Aliens first.
oh, see, yeah,
We're gonna watch
that's the
Aliens
challenge.
first.
You have to watch Aliens first, and then the drinking
And then
game
we gotta
begins.
watch this movie again.
That's rough.
Oh, we're dead.
Oh, for sure.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Disclaimer, guys, don't do it.
Yeah, we don't
I
approve
am
of
not
that.
recommending you play that drinking game. You
Mhm.
will not survive it.
But if you do,
Have fun. But
hit them with our socials
here we go.
to tell us if they died.
Guys, go check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at Will You Survive the Podcast. You can hit us up on our email. Send us emails. We love emails. I love reading all of your correspondence. Send it to Alex and Erik at willyousurvivethepodcast.com. And also, we do have a Pinterest account that you can go and take a look at. There's a board for a bug out bag or a bailout bag that you can go and check out. If you've been curious, like, what do I need for a 72-hour bag or a bug out bag in case a disaster hits? What do I do? Go
You
check
need
out our
toilet
board.
paper. Toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper.
No.
That's
no,
all
no.
you need.
No.
All you need.
Although we
And
do,
hand soap.
we do have toilet paper on there. we do. But go
All
check
you
it
need.
out.
Toilet paper and hand soap.
There's dry food. There's stuff that you can pack
You don't
in
need
the
that.
bag. Hand sanitizer.
You don't need. I guess you could have that.
Hand sanitizer
That's
and toilet
important.
paper.
That's yeah.
And
You need
dish soap.
hand sanitizer.
No, hand soap.
Hand soap and toilet paper, because apparently we didn't use those before the pandemic.
Toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper,
Hand soap
hand soap.
and toilet paper.
But our Pinterest is also at Will You Survive the Podcast. Take a look. Please go watch this movie and tell us how amazingly awful it is. And we'll see you guys back here next time when you let us know, will you survive Zombies the Beginning?